I don't know where we're going.
Okay,
Sorry.
no, I don't know. What do you think since you have some experience with it, tell me a little bit about how you would carry out your assignment.
Well, of course, you have to start with what the client concerns are. They may not be all-encompassing, but let's say they're all-encompassing. I would cover everything from the food, the service, the decor, the cleanliness, the compliance, all of it all together, is the whole ball of wax. Then make my secret report. I can text right from the table, and people don't know I'm doing anything other than texting my friend. I think one of the most exciting assignments that I had, because I like the whole spy thing about it, the very clandestine. I mean, I have worn wigs. I have done little accents just in case they might know me or would remember me, or just to blend in as being an authentic person from that country's cuisine. But one of the most exciting assignments, there were these two Greek restaurants, and they were in competition. They were in stiff competition for years, always outdoing each other. And one of them hired me. So that client sent me to his competitor to get the secret to their baba ganoush recipe, which I did. Great baba ganoush. And they also wanted to take the temperature of the staff over there to see if they would say anything disparaging against my client. And they did.
Good, good. When you talk about the various concerns you might have in thinking about food, what elements of that might you be looking at?
About the food itself?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've got to talk about menu at that point.
Right.
Because that's, that's where the choice comes from. Are there too many choices on the menu? Is it outdated? Is this a fare that we've seen for years and years and have had enough of? Or is there something more inspired? On the comfort food side, is it good, solid, quality comfort food? Made from scratch, if that's the case. Quality.
What about the presentation of the food?
The presentation always, whether it's a sandwich shop or a fine dining restaurant, it has to look appetizing. And that includes, the cleanliness. Lipstick on a glass, unpolished silverware, I don't think so. Totally unacceptable. So with food, with actual quality of food, we're talking about the seasoning and the sourcing of all of that, I have a sliding scale. Different for a sandwich shop than a fine dining, and it moves in between. For service, because that's the next element that, it ties right in. For service, there is no sliding scale. You have to know what it is you're doing, even if you're only doing 3 things. You have to pay attention to me. You have to be congenial and knowledgeable and, add the check up right, give me a receipt that's accurate. All of these elements play into it.
Good. And what other things? I think you mentioned ambience and the code, things being up to compliance.
Right. For compliance, is the restroom well tended and fully stocked? Is it clean? Is it pleasant? Can I actually wash my hands there and come out better than I did going in? There are a couple of occasions when I actually get to get inside the kitchen. If you compliment them enough, and if it's the type of establishment that allows that, or sometimes there's seating in front of the kitchen, then you can look at anything that might be harboring bacteria. This is a big concern, because no matter how wonderful it tastes, no one wants to get sick. Ambiance, does the decor, the place settings, the design, the layout, even the uniforms of the staff, does that support the branding? Should it be a relaxed affair and soft music, or are you in a bit of a rock and roll place where the gals have the short skirts and the guys have the mohawks, whatever the situation, you got a little bit of Rolling Stones or whomever in the background. Does it all work together? That's what's important.
Good. Why would you make a good on-camera mystery diner, do you think?
Well, it's the perfect thing for me. It's been what I've been doing already for years. And I love to get dressed up, go out, meet new people, find out what's going on, and I love to learn more myself about food. The other thing I like about the whole idea, which goes along with the mystery dining, is if there is an occasion where the food is subpar, I'm looking around and I'm thinking, these people are probably getting about the same level of quality I am, and they're paying for it. As a mystery diner, I'm not paying for it. As a matter of fact, I'm getting paid to do a report. And I get to help turn things around and solve the problems that they have. So I feel good. I think it's a win-win. I'm just excited to go out there and meet people and try new foods. I mean, one time I had the game plate, the wild game plate. It included, let's see, wild boar, ostrich, rattlesnake, and alligator. And it's very coincidental that the alligator, who has so many teeth, was very chewy. But there you go.
Is there any food that you don't eat? Anything that you would not be willing to try?
You know what I really want to try? Because the answer is no. I want to try, and please, I hope you don't mind, chocolate-covered ants. There's something about, of course, the chocolate and the protein, and I just, from my survival standpoint, I think that's a hurdle I'd like to jump. And I think I could clear some air there.
Describe the type of eating establishments that you typically go to.
Typically not a chain. Sorry, there are some good ones out there, but I typically am looking for something different all the time. I love a great patio. Al fresco dining is about my favorite. And in Las Vegas, anyway, we've got about 6 months that are available for that. Italian's high on my list. I like sushi. I like Indian. I love Spanish. Tonight I'm going to Jaleo, which is Spanish tapas. I'm really looking forward to that. So I like to be up to date with what's new. I'll give a restaurant about a month when it opens, and in Las Vegas we have some of the top chefs in the world. But I'll wait about a month to make sure that their operations are smooth, and then I make my reservation and go.
And is there anything else you'd like to tell us about you?
Yeah. I love it when a waiter will steer me away politely from the choice I've made that night. You know, tonight I really wouldn't recommend that dish tonight, you know. I appreciate that. That builds confidence. But on the other hand, when I've made my selection and they congratulate me on such a brilliant choice, I either think they're just kind of stroking me, or all the rest that's on the menu is evil. I'm not sure what else to make of that. The other thing I love is that if I'm given a booth and I have my slacks on, I love to sit cross-legged. It's really just so comfortable. I just feel balanced. So anyway, time to go to Jaleo. I can't wait. Paella! Thank you. Bye.